yesterday, Baylor Men's Tennis has released a schedule. I want to go over it for the spring. And I could tell you one thing. It's a very good schedule in terms of like quality opponent wise. Okay, first of all, they host Lamar and onward on January 15th. Neither of those are NCAA tournament teams, but they are winning record teams, or at least some of these. Now, then they go on the road on January 20th against William Mary. They played them last year in the ITA kickoff weekend. They are an NCAA tournament team. I looked. Of course, then they head to Virginia. At Virginia, that's the national championship team from a year ago. Keep that in mind. On January 22nd, then there's ITA kickoff weekend. January 27th is against Arizona State. I think they're going to be improved. It's just a matter of how much improvement. Then it's either San Diego or Florida State. Either way is an NCAA tournament team there. So that's two NCAA tournament teams already. Then February 3rd, they play Michigan and Waco. So, wow. Then they play on February 8th, TCU as a non-conference match in Waco. February 10th, they play Arizona in Waco. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, at Ohio State. Ohio State is so difficult to play at indoors. Then there's national indoors. If you get past ITA kickoff weekend and get 2 wins, you're going to make it there, and you're going to play at least 3 matches, which I would assume at least 2 or 3 of those are NCAA tournament teams. And if you get to the championship match, of course, we have to wait and see. Even if they can't get there, it's going to be another NCAA tournament team, possibly. So I'm just saying that. Then there's Abilene Christian in Waco, February 25th, which that's an NCAA tournament team. Then they play Brown, same day, February 25th. Then they play Arizona State again. But it's March 5th this time, and it's probably March 5th, like I said. Furman, March 5th as well. So that's not an NCAA tournament team. But then they play at USC March 10th. That's tough. They're good. Last year the Pac-12 was just down. We'll see how they are. Now Illinois at home, March 17th. I do wonder how good that program is going to be, because last year was a down year. They didn't make the postseason. They didn't. But March 19th is Wake Forest. Then there's SMU on the road on March 23rd. That's an NCAA tournament team. Tulsa, March 29th. That's an NCAA tournament team. Of course, then there's the Big 12 slate for the most part. Texas Tech and Waco, April 1st. April 6th this time is a for sure Big 12 match against TCU at TCU. Which the funny thing is, Baylor played TCU 3 times last year. 2 of those wins at their place in Fort Worth. Both teams are different, so we'll have to wait and see. April 8th is Texas in Waco, which Texas, when healthy, they are top 5. They're top 10 team for sure. That's an NCAA tournament team. So really, then there's Oklahoma, April 14th. That's an NCAA tournament team. Oklahoma State didn't make the NCAA tournament last year. That's April 16th. Of course, there's the Big 12 tournament in Lawrence, Kansas. I honestly wish it was closer. Like, I don't know, Texas or Baylor, but I know Baylor is going to host in 2025. I can wait till then. And I know Oklahoma State is going to host in 2024. So, I have to break down the roster, and I do know one thing. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Martin Braysock, I know From what I heard, he's not cleared for this year, but my expectation, of course, they're going to make it back to the postseason. And to me, I'm not sure they're a Final Four team right now. So my ceiling would be Elite Eight, but I would think at least Sweet 16. I mean, I don't think this team is going to take a mid step back like Florida, because Florida lost all 6 singles players. I don't expect them to be that great. Florida. I will say TCU doesn't have one of their freshmen either, who is even better than Luke Famba. So I honestly think that neutralizes itself. We'll have to wait and see on what the lineup looks like, and I'm going to break down the roster later. And I'm not going to include Mark Braysock because I don't think he's not cleared. He has to wait another year. So, and to me, if he was playing this year, he would be the one line in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. So as you can tell, there's a lot of good teams on here that are NCAA tournament worthy. I think that just the goal this year is going to host the first 2 rounds. Of course, you would love to host the first 3 because the home field advantage does matter. I mean, and I know Baylor has had great crowds whenever they had an Elite 8 match or a Sweet 16 match before. So, like I said, the first 2 rounds are for the top 16 seeds. Then, of course, the highest seed is going to host the Super Regionals or a better team in case there is no ranked team, like seed team in this. And then from Elite 8 on, it's in Orlando, Florida. And, of course, there's individual singles and doubles tournaments right after that, which that to me is crazy. I wish they would do it a different time because it's a wear and tear on these players. So we're going to have to wait and see how we are this year. I do know for sure, regardless, if about 2 seniors, they could come back for another year eligibility or not, they're going to bring back at least 4 players in the singles lineup. So, I mean, and doubles lineup as well. So really, no matter what, they're going to have a good foundation for the following year. And you get Brian Braysock for sure. And get more guys experienced. So really, they're going to have a, what I say, to me, they're a year away from a national championship. That's what I'm going to just say. Because I don't know, because they lose their top 3 in the singles lineup from last year. Adrian turned pro, which I don't blame him at all. I don't. Of course, you knew about 2 and 3 singles in Shin Law and Matthias Soto. They were going to turn pro, and I mean they're going to be gone after that year anyway because no years of eligibility left. I mean, so this is going to be a major step up here for the other guys, as well as Jean-Bor Villette and Luke Conan, who's going to enroll in the spring. Anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe. And I see you guys later. It's going to be 400 subscribers or more by the end of this year or sometime in the future.